Hippie, you're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like this, okay? G'day everyone and welcome back to Tom's Brook Farm. Why have I got a party popper, you might wonder? Well, today is our, it's our 100th vlog. So yeah, we've been going since we finished bagging. Well, yeah, basically finished debagging. And yeah, we're 100 vlogs in now. So yeah, just want to say to everyone, thank you very much for supporting and tuning in each week to see what we're up to and all the supportive comments you guys are always giving and all the likes and the shares. Very much appreciated, everybody. So yeah, thank you. So before we get into what I've got lying on the ground behind me and just into our normal vlog of what we're doing, I thought our 100th vlog, what a good time to actually give away some hats. So do that. The idea I've got for that is I reckon what we'll do is go over to Instagram and follow me and follow the Glass Cage Pod, and then tag both of us, both the Glass Cage and me, in a post of yours. And what I want it to be is your favourite farm pick, or just what you're up to, what you're doing, anything like that, just anything involving farming or where you'd rather be, or if it's from inside your glass cage, do that. And I reckon we'll choose 3 or 4 winners to receive a hat, and I'll show them on the vlog when it comes to picking them, and we will send these out. So today is the 18th, Monday the 18th for me. I should be fishing, I know, but it got cancelled, so I'm not. So I'm here, so I'm giving away hats. But it'll be, I don't know, a week or so until I see when this video goes live, and then I'll be able to react to, the photos you guys have, been tagging in. So yeah, I reckon we'll, give it a week after this video goes, and then we'll pick from that. So yeah, I'll put it in the description on how to get yourself a hat. So head over to Instagram. So the golden retrievers, they're all pansies. Case, come here. I had to tie Casey up because when she hears any little pop, she runs away. So I've just let her off, and they don't like thunder, they don't like big bangs. If we're hitting anything in the shed, they'll run away. So Pippa and Bailey are both scared, excited, whatever you want to call it. And Casey's now not having any part of it. She's outside of the shed because she knows this is where the party poppers are. Right, let's get into this. So on Wednesday, we've got the cherry picker. Well, actually the cherry picker's going to rock up tomorrow. But on Wednesday, we are going to go and do some cherry picking. So we're going to cut some trees down. Now to do that, I have a chainsaw here. So I had to get a new blade for it because our blade is pretty shot. But what I also got was I got essentially a whippersnipper. So this attachment here is the whippersnipper side. And then I got a chainsaw on a stick. So basically, just to make the job safer for us, we can just reach out, cut some limbs off like that. Now, as you can probably tell, I tried it out yesterday. We had fallen trees at home, so I've cut some of them down, and I also used the whippersnipper yesterday, so it all runs perfectly. The next thing, because we're going to be working at heights, we're going to be in a cherry picker, and we don't have any harnesses on hand. I've gone and bought some roofer kits, so I'll pull them out in a second. We'll go through, what's in that, and obviously some hard hats as well. So obviously had to get the high vis ones. God, the dogs they don't like party poppers, do they? Hey, you don't like them. You don't like them. No. All right, now next on the board, I think we're going to go somewhere, so they're running to the back. So the next on the board is washing with that new soap we've got. And for people who keep asking, it's Diamond Active Nerta, I believe. So Henry was having to unscrew this fitting the whole time, to then screw the soap on, unscrew the soap, and then screw the gun on. Dogs. I think I need to go and put these dogs on the back of the ute. And basically it's just time consuming and just annoying for Henry to keep on doing that. You get soap all over your hands, and it's just not ideal. So what I've gone and done, got ourselves a gun here, and it's got quick release and a bunch of these fittings. So this fitting will go onto the soap, and then that just clicks into our gun. And then I got 2 new lances. So we've got a short lance, so we're just the same as that, and then we've got this nice big long lance, which means we're going to be able to wash the side of chaser bins, tractors, trucks, headers. It's going to be awesome. And then they, at the end, they click in with these fittings here. If I can get the sunlight out of it, there you go. So those fittings there. So it's all just different types of nozzle ends, essentially. The white one is basically what you use. We'll give it a test later on. White one's basically what you use, and I think the black one, he said, is what people use, but there's circle, there's fatter ones, there's tighter ones, so there's all that in there. Next, this here, that is the winch replacement for my winch that I broke at harvest time, so we've got that to do. These here, these are bolts for that gearbox, that's the old one there, but sorry, that's the new one, the old one's outside. So these bolts will go into that. Then we've got fuel filters, an oil filter, and the hydraulic fitting for the back of art. So that's all for that. And then we had to restock our gloves and our microfiber cloths. So we've also got that. We're not going anywhere, but they're just panicking. So all from just a few little party poppers. There is one more parcel. So this one here. Now, I'm debating on whether to show you or not, but I'll show you as I've just shown you it. So this here is something to go on the header. Now I've also bought the replacements that were currently on the headers, but this one here is a Union Jack flag. So you might know what that means. It means that George Summers is coming back for harvest. Very late, I might add, George, if you're watching this. That is for him. He's going to drive the header for the canola. And then once canola's done, Dad's going to jump back on and then do the rest of the program. So yeah, I've got the correct flag for you, George, so that you can actually, not have to have the either the Kiwi flag or the boxing kangaroo, although it'd be the boxing kangaroo because you're going in Dad's header. But yeah, so I've got that. Right, so what comes in our Infus Kit that we're going to need? Pretty much we're going to need all of it. We're not going to need like the safety lanyard, but well, I'll show you. So it's probably just easier to show you the picture. We've obviously got our harness that comes. We've got our, this is what you tie off to. So this one here goes one on your back, and then one will go on the floor, like we've got in the cage down there. There's hooks on the floor. So that'll go on the floor of the cage of the cherry picker, and that's for in case you fall out. It's the appropriate length to, catch you. Now, what we won't be using is the one that my finger's on there. So that's your, what do they call it? That's the safety line. So that's 15 metres of kinetic rope, but we don't need that. We're not throwing over the top of a roof and then secure off. And then also in here, the last thing we've got are these. So these are your, they're called a suspension trauma strap. And essentially what that is like if you do fall out of your, of the cage or whatever, you're suspended by your, by obviously the harness. And what it is the harness obviously digs into your groin quite badly. If you're there for a while, it can, cut blood circulation off. So, where are they? Where'd I throw it? I don't know where I threw it. Oh, there, it's fallen off the top. So, essentially what they do is they come down and then you can roll them out and you can hook it under your feet, and then you can take the weight off your essentially you stand in your harness, but you take all the weight off your groin. So it just makes it a lot safer and a lot better for you. So yeah, I'm gonna pack all these things away, and then I'll probably head down and start doing some gravel carting. Henry has got only about 70 hectares to go, and he finishes. So I'm definitely going to get all this pressure cleaner stuff all hooked up, tested, ready to roll for him. So that's, yeah, he'll probably come back and just go straight into washing his boom. Still haven't gotten on to getting the liquid thread tape or thread paste. Really need to get into doing that. Right, quick demonstration. So we just got our gun there, and now we can soap up. Now it is a bit annoying that it does that. You know, obviously it doesn't lock in, so you do have it locks in, but it doesn't lock it from pitching. So anyway, Henry can do all his foam over everything. Then he just quickly goes like that, and then just goes like that, and then can now start washing everything, and then takes that off. Needs to go ahead even higher. Well, that's easy. Just chuck that one in there, off he goes. And then, so if we want to switch back to our old one, it's just as simple as undoing the fitting, because they're the exact same. And we can switch back to that old one. Alright, put that in, turn that to your desired angle, you got your nozzle. Alright, we've got it all hooked up, so just going to do a test to make sure it's all good for Henry. I reckon this comes out even more pressure than what the other one does. That's insane. The kickback is a lot more. So yeah, that's impressive. I like that. Okay. Let's see what all these other fittings do. So the one I've got on is 40 degrees. I've got a 0 degrees, 25, 15, and a giant one. Let's try 0. So that's just a straight. That is putting out a lot of pressure. Holy moly. Alright, that one's going to peel some paint. It's so this is the black one's it's just going to be a big opening. There you go. Water rinse. Or I suppose if you have the soap hooked up onto that, that would do soap. The 25 degrees. Again, that is mighty tight. That puts out a lot of pressure. It's going to be a 15, so this is going to be even more pressure. Well, I think the one we're predominantly going to use is just the white one, but yeah, I'm very impressed with that. That's increased our pressure, so it's going to make it a lot nicer for cleaning. And then I know, because we all want to see it, let's see what the long one looks like. It's going to look the same, just longer, but yeah, that is going to be so nice for washing anything. Just, even for washing down the pad, it's nice and easy. Nice big long strokes. Yep, Henry's gonna love that. Rightio, so I'm now down at Henry's tanks here because I'm gonna start taking some stuff back up. But I finished the gravel off along here the other day on Friday, and then we've got to here. So what we need to do is get all Henry's stuff away because he's finished, and then this afternoon today I'm going to gravel a pad here, hopefully finish graveling and link that up to there, and then gravel out to the end, and then that means that tomorrow Henry will be able to just come out here and just work on grading this all down and getting it all nice and level and sorted. And depending on what, where I got bogged, because that, it's quite sandy, it'd be quite soft, we might do another couple loads just on top, just so that it's strong enough for flex sand trucks to drive out. Not too worried about us, but I'm worried about the flex sand trucks when they're coming out here. And well, the chaser bins are going to drive on it too, so they will destroy the road. So I guess that'll give us a bit of an indication of where we need to put gravel. But yeah, so up there he'll grade it out, and then I might bring another load or two in just to stiffen it up. Right, now I got the trailer up here. I've just going to unpack it all, just so it's all packed away. Containers that are empty will be dealt with appropriately, and then hopefully by the time I'm finished sort of doing this, Henry will have been finished down there and he'll be on his way back up, and then I can take him back down, he can bring his ute back up, and then he can start washing the boom, and I'll get to gravel carting, and yeah, it'll be a productive day. So Henry has finally finished the fungicide. He's been struggling with the amount of damn, wind. So yeah, finally all done. So he's going to do a flush and he'll wash the boom, but we'll take him down to his ute now. And the only other thing we'll have to do is just watch out for budworm in the canola. That'll be the only other thing that we'd have to spray before it comes to desiccation time. So yeah, we might actually take a net with us now when we go down, and we'll have a sweep and just to check, just to see what our levels are at. Right, out in the canola now, we're going to do our sweep just to see. Hopefully there's nothing and Henry's just right to wash his boom. So you do 10 sweeps as you walk out, and then you check what you've got in your net, and hopefully there's nothing. Now this is the concerning thing, is the canola is leaning over after that horrible wind, but yeah, not much we can do about it. Right. So, you launched one over here.
Did I?
That brown thing there, that little caterpillar. Not that it's going to focus for anybody. That's a budworm. So we got 1, 2, 3,
4.
Oh no.
5. I don't know if I'm going to be washing my boom. 6.
Right.
I think.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're bringing your boom spray back down.
What did I bring it back to the shed for?
Oh man. All right, well let's sweep that side. Well, aren't we glad we swept now and not tomorrow
Yes.
when you just washed your whole boom?
Yeah, definitely a good thing.
Well, that's a bummer.
That's a shame.
Let's go over there. So I've just found a budworm on a canola itself. Is it going to focus for everybody? Can you see him? Or her? Just here. He's trying to burrow in. Get that one out of the way. The fact that we found... Oh, look, there's another one. There's another one just there.
Lovely.
So you can can you guys see how that's actually digging in to the bud? The other one wasn't, this one is. See if I can get it in the sunlight.
That one's actually got a hole in it, so that's one already been eaten.
Oh man. What a pain!
Yeah, another pass across the canola.
You can see a few now when you got your eye in. Alright, let's stop looking. Let's go to the other side. Right, Henry's out on his sweep. Now, you guys can sort of see on the camera right here, there's a bit of colour change. And over there's a bit of colour change. So the canola is now starting to change colour, and it's going to, well, eventually, this is obviously a very early plant, you get seeds, so it's canola. Now, none of the other plants are anywhere near ready, but we've got to get to it so it's about 70% before we can start spraying it with Roundup. And the other thing which is very disappointing, we used to grow bonito, but we were getting quite a big blackleg pressure. And so this here is the Renegade, brand new seed. Over there is the Bandit, brand new seed. And it has got the worst case of blackleg that I've seen on this farm. There's blackleg all through it. So all those black spots on all the pods is blackleg, and it just destroys them and just really harms the yield. So it's very disappointing to see that brand new seed, and this is actually meant to be quite tolerant to blackleg, is yeah, it's absolutely fallen through. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do for canola next year, because I don't know if I want to be growing it if it's going to get this much blackleg. How are we looking? Three. All right. Well, I reckon we'll give our agronomist a little call on the phone, and yeah, make a decision. Okay. So after talking to Maddie, the consensus was that Henry's now going to go and get his boom spray, go make a lunch, and come back down and start spraying. But depending on where you work out your price for canola, normally we work on, it was like 3 budworm is what you go off, and if you're going for $800 a tonne of canola, he reckons it's 2 budworm, and we're sort of in between that with the 2 paddocks. So yeah, we're going to hit it. So yeah, we've got Dylan's on his way up with some Trojan for us. I'm going to go and sweep Hattons just to make sure that that's going to need it or not, and yeah, the gravel carting that we were planning to do, we'll have to just wait a bit. If you ever wonder if I stuff up when I'm recording, I do. I just did a whole thing just then, and turns out that my mic wasn't on. So to do it again, here we are. I did a sweep up by my house. Now up there we had 5 budworm, we had 1 DBM. They're not as big as what they were down at Atherton's there. And then down here in Hattons, in the back piece, so we've got this small guy here. There's a small guy right there. We got this guy just here. So that's 3 budworm, and this green one I believe is a DBM. And I definitely know that small one there, if you can see it, that's also a DBM. Now we always tend to have to spray for budworm before we have to spray for DBM. So yeah, budworm's just what I'm going off. So we've got 3 there. That's, yeah, by the time Henry gets down here to spray, we'll be at our threshold. Now when they're small, like this little guy just here, they're not an issue. When they get to this size is when they do damage, and they'll really start to wipe the crop yield down. Now the threshold isn't there yet. I'm sure it will be in a week or 2. So we're just going to get on top of it now. As you guys know, you've watched throughout the year that our canola hasn't been the greatest. So yeah, just want to obviously protect what yield I do have there with the canola. So yeah, we'll just hit it all. Like Henry was saying off camera, it's a shame that the budworm didn't just hold off for about 3 weeks, because in about 3 weeks we're probably going to have to start desiccating. And if you got budworm, then you can spray it at the same time. It's just one pass. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So I'm sorry, Henry, but you're going to be spraying a whole lot. Right, I guess I'll head back to the shed. Right, so I can't do any gravel carting. I could probably do about one load, but then I'm blocking Henry in after that. So I'm probably just gonna wait until he finishes down there and he'll move to down to Hatton's, which will, in all likelihood, knowing him, be the end of the day. He'll probably damn near come close to finishing that paddock. And if not, it'll be tomorrow. So I will continue on with gravel karting tomorrow. So I figured might as well crack into it and get the winch all sorted. Make sure that I've got this all working. Now that, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is what the winch should look like. Not how I did it and destroyed it. Okay, I've got that all hooked up. So now, what I need to do is get these off and put them onto their correct side. So blue goes to blue, yellow goes to yellow. Pretty simple. Right. Now the last thing to do is to get this cable onto our onto our hitch. Now we should be in free spool, but it's a bit tight. So what we might do is we'll go hook this onto the ute, and then we can unspool it from there and just make sure that the winch is all working. Right, that slides in there, and obviously just pin it in. I'm not going to do that though. Got our Anderson plug. Alright, so we've got it working now. So if I click that into free spool, look at that. Obviously it just had a bit of a lock up. Bloody perfect, mate! Like that, and then all it is, wherever my attachment's over there. And just bring her in, pin it up, happy days. There we go. There. So that goes in there. Right. What am I going to do? Is a figure eight going to be best? Right, there you go. Chuck it in the free spool, bring it out, hook onto something, bring it back in. Simple as that, and my God, does it save your back. It is just so much nicer to have this as an option. I'm going to give my pin a bit of a clean up. You get the idea. And with that, everyone, I think I'll leave the video there. There's not going to be much more happening today. Nothing more exciting anyway, because I'm not going to be gravel karting anymore. Henry's out spraying. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Again, thank you to everyone. This channel wouldn't be where it's at without you guys watching and supporting. So yeah, a thank you to you. The link's in the description of how to win the hats. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with somebody. Go check out the Glass Cage podcast. As always, I'll catch you in the next one.